Okay, y'all. This is it. The moment we've been waiting for. Excuse the heavy breathing, because the Sierras are steeper. The climbs are longer, but golly, the trees are majestic. AF. This is the stuff right here. So this is the lowlands, okay? And there's no service at all anywhere. So I'll be taking some captain's logs. This is the first one, where this is like day one in the Sierras. We just left Kennedy Meadows. We're still trying to get some big days, which is tough. But we'll see how it goes. A bit of a push to Mammoth, but it's just so gorgeous here. It doesn't even matter. I gotta climb over this tree. Let's go this way with me. Yeah, I don't have much else to say right now, but I'm happy. Very, very, look at this. Just very happy to be here. Y'all, this place is crazy. I just had this fighter jet, loud as hell, fly maybe 500 feet above me. And there's been a bunch all day, but that was certainly the closest. This place is crazy. Ah, God. All right, captain's log. Day 2, some real-time vocal processing. I always feel better after I pretend to talk to people out here. So the elevation, I should say the altitude, is kind of messing with me. I'm fine, but it's making things a little more challenging, a little more exhausting. We had our big climb of the day kind of right off the bat, and this morning, and we got to like 10,500 feet, which is what I'm at now. So that's high. It's high, especially high for me. But we're acclimating. I just feel it a little bit. But we're okay. So yeah, another sort of like challenge out here is the fact that we have to carry a bear can. So some fun facts about the Sierra. It's required all the way from Kennedy Meadows, which is mile 700 on the Pacific Crest Trail. That's what I'm doing, by the way, hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. That's me. Hey, I'm Scrubadub. 2 mile, like almost 1,200, which is trucky, I want to say. And a bear can is an interesting thing. It weighs 42 ounces. So what's that? Almost like 3 pounds, 2.5 pounds. And it's hard plastic. So it's large, it's heavy. And at the same time, I'm trying to go, as I mentioned, a big push to Mammoth. I'm trying to go like 8 days on, without a resupply. So there's a chance, there's a bailout. I could do at 4 if I feel like I have to. I probably won't have to. But after 7 days, there's also a bailout if I have to do, just like a 1-day resupply if I run out. Because the bear can's limiting, and it's already heavy. So filling it all the way up as much as possible makes it even heavier, obviously. So yeah, that's the bear can thing. Sierras, though, take a look. Still beautiful. We have an alpine lake today. That's really exciting because that's the first one, and it's over 11,000 feet. I'm excited to take a dip and wash myself a little bit, rinse myself off. And I think the temp is going to be nice and cold, which is going to be good for my tootsies. And yeah, day 2, all for now. We are planning on hiking 28 miles today. I have already gone about 8 or 9. 10 before 10 is engaged. I'm going to make it there with a few minutes to spare, which is always good. Yeah, and till tomorrow. We are in it now, fam. Tough day ahead, in a good way. There's going to be some passes, which are, between 2 very tall mountains, but they're super tall in their own right. Altitude still real. Trees still sick. I'll post some views and stuff when I do this dump. This is day 3, by the way, of Kennedy Meadows to Mammoth, and it's kind of the, like in some ways, the capstone of my like backpacking experience. It's a challenge physically, just because of the amount of vertical that we're climbing, hence my heavy breathing. It's also a challenge physically because of the bear can we talked about yesterday, the altitude we talked about yesterday, still a thing, and it's 8 days with the limitation of food having to fit in a bear can. But even without that, 8 days of food is heavy. So yeah, we're grinding. I'm not pretty right now. I'm not, I'm breathing heavy, but this is real. So I figured I would show you. Day 3, 26 miles or so is the plan. If we can do 26 miles for the next, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, the next 5 days, we are in very good shape to do a Nero, like a 14-mile Nero out to a double zero with Peter and Liza. So that'll keep me going for sure for most of this. I rationed out my food yesterday. I cataloged it all. And I have a daily plan, which is necessary. Hey, because otherwise I'd probably run out. It's certainly enough to sustain me, not enough to satisfy me, though. I would say I'm always like finishing meals being like, yeah, I could eat more, but we're good. It's the alternative, for the record, is like, I don't even know, 10 to 15 miles off trail one way into towns, resupply there, get back to trail with that 10, 15 miles off trail again. So you're just adding like 30 miles, almost like a day of just walking to get to town. So in a couple days, my stuff will be lighter, which will be good. And it's going to feel a lot better. And we'll be closer to the goal. So yeah, this is ambitious. This is kind of setting me up schedule-wise for the rest of the trail. And I cut my finger this morning on my bear can, so that sucked. Kind of a deep gash, but it stopped bleeding, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, yeah, woo! First big boy pass. We're going somewhere through these, and there's Bill. Still day 3. Still Scrubadub, scrubbing out here. Feel like I've talked a lot about my challenges, which there are inevitably many out here, but also, it doesn't do it justice. It does not do it justice, fam. Look at that. I'm on the moon, basically. And so now that it's flat, I'd love to tell you guys about some of the highlights from the past couple days. Day 1, there was this view that literally made me cry. That was incredible. Just being out of the desert, and then, oh man, I had like the perfect song on. It was emotional in a great way. Yesterday, I pushed like 22 miles before lunch, which is a lot. Today we're doing 18 with a lot of climbing. So, yeah, it's a big number, but I did it so I could spend like an hour and a half at this alpine lake called Chicken Something Lake, and it was amazing. And then I did a cold plunge like twice. I met some super cool people, had lunch there. Yeah, the water felt incredible. Take a gander. What's the last highlight for now? Last night, getting up to pee in the middle of the night, which sometimes happens, right? The stars were amazing. So that's also just like a little treat. So yeah, about a mile and a half to lunch. Gonna take a beat there. And then we've got our first big pass climb. So we should be like, I'm sorry, I can't stop taking videos. But day 4 is like truly magic so far. It's like noon. Hit 1 pass already, as you saw. I mean, just look at this. Incredible. I did a little cold plunge. I was like, okay, I got to make up some time here, you know, focus on the goal, whatever. But I just took off the backpack, popped off the shirt, jumped in, pants and shoes on. The shoes are getting wet anyway because of river crossing. So I just jumped right in and it felt amazing. So glad I did. That was Ray Lake, R-A-E. Anyway, I was having a blast and I wanted to share with you guys. Although there was one thing this morning. As I was climbing up to Glen Pass, some people that know the deep scrub lore, shout out to y'all, know that I have a bit of a rivalry with grouse. They're like, for those that don't know, they're like the mountain chickens, okay? And they got them out here too. I don't know if they're called grouse, but they just don't like me. So the second I was like alone, right? My buddy got off trail today, whatever. I'm climbing up this hill. No one's around and I hear like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what is that? And I turn to my left and there's a goddamn mountain chicken right there, puffed up, like ready to square up with me. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to fight you, chicken. Like, I don't know why all of them want to fight me. So I told him that. And I guess he listened because he let me walk by, but he was like 10 feet away, just like looking huge. And I'm like, dude. Anyway, they just seek me out. I don't know what it is. But this place is cool. You guys should come. Top of Glen Pass. Yes, sir. This one goes out to my Uncle Glenn and my dear friend in adventure, Glenn Kirby. Let me give him a Glenn. All right. Still day 4. Still the morning. Not even 8 a.m. yet. Had to make an update though. Just hit maybe the best trail magic of my life. Just in terms of circumstances. So, trail magic are trail angels, people that like to donate to whatever, the trail experience. They give food and other stuff to through hikers. And they're literally just in the middle of nowhere here, right? There's no service, there's no roads. And I roll up to this like fake Canadian border with this incredible dude, Sherpa, who is grilling up like cheese and pepperoni tortillas and his coffee. And he gave me a Snickers and a Bobo's. And like, truly that's like all I need to get me through for food wise. Like I just needed one trail magic and then it put me over the top. Hang on, I'm gonna do some rock skipping here. We're good, there's a lot of water. All right, I just had to tell you, that was like the trail provides. Okay, that's a classic example. It was so cool. And I'm just like, I'm thrilled because it really made all the difference in my Sierras. So, good morning. It's day 4 of 8 of my little excursion here, little subset of the Pacific Crest Trail, where I travel from Kennedy Meadows all the way to Mammoth Lakes through the High Sierras. And speaking of, we are here. Yeah. Some of the most wild, beautiful terrain I've ever seen. Yesterday, excuse me, it's early, 7 a.m. and it's cold, so forgive me. Yesterday, I was at the highest point I've ever been outside of an airplane. It was 13,400 or something at the top of Forester Pass. These passes that go through, right, these like massive peaks and you get to the other side of the ridge are pretty nutty. I have 2 of them today. I believe this is the only day I have to do 2. I have one climb up to a pass starting in like 40 minutes and then another one later in the day this afternoon. And then I'm done, so, for the day. Yeah, we're feeling good. I'm feeling really solid physically. I do have some news. I've lost another Tramily member that's been traveling with me, Brother Bill, to more foot stuff. So he apparently kicked a few rocks over the past few days and he might have a fractured foot. So he is jumping off trail today in Independence and gonna get to urgent care. So yeah, foot stuff is a killer out here, okay? For those keeping score at home, there were 8 of us, and now, I'm a lone wolf, mainly because of foot stuff. Not hiking with people is certainly a little scarier, but there's people all over, just for the record. I'm currently on the John Muir Trail, which coincides with the Pacific Crest Trail, here around mile 780 or something, 785, and there's plenty of friendly people, but just no one in my family at the moment, so I might be on the hunt for that. We'll see, but either way, vibes are high for me. I'm happy to be warming up here as I move. I'm happy I have enough food to get me to where I need to go, it seems. And today is the only 2-pass day. So if I can get this done, days 5, 6, and 7 are looking okay. And I might be able to do this crazy thing, get it done. Thanks for coming along with me. I'm certain this is too much content for one day, but I don't even care. Day 4 is going to go down in absolute history. I'm about to cold plunge in this lake. 7 p.m., cold plunge, dry off, dinner, sleep right here. I don't have words. Pinchot Pass. Oh, man. 2 passes one day. That was a BMFD, folks. Pinchot! Oh, the other side. Don't mind me, I'm just saying. Pretty good flow. Well, day 5, checking in, captain's log. It's 5:20 in the morning. I'm not gonna lie to you folks. It's been a weird 10 hours. Day 4, as we know, absolutely epic. The night of day 4, I guess night 5, 4, I don't know how that works. Not so great. So, 25 miles yesterday, 6,700, almost 7,000 feet of climbing, right? Big day. I'm feeling really proud of myself. Probably should have gone the extra mile though, nonetheless, and get a little bit less exposed. No matter how nice that alpine lake looked, it was pretty high and there was a lot of wind. So all night, I thought it would die down and just didn't. And it was whipping my tent left and right, all around. And so I didn't sleep at all. Here we are. I probably look great. So around 3:30, I was like, all right, if this is gonna keep up and I'm not gonna sleep, I might as well hike. So I've been hiking for almost 2 hours now already, and it's been cool. Night hike is a unique experience for me. A little river crossing. I don't do it too often, especially in a place like this. Sun is coming up. Easier day today, relatively. 1 pass, which is about 4 miles out. I've already gone about 5, maybe. And excited for a siesta nap later. I'm gonna get through this pass, make some way down the other side, and then I'm gonna take a nap. So, yeah, probably less content today from day 5, but who knows? Okay, day 5. Yeah, that was a tired one. Pretty wild thing I did this morning. Not gonna do that again anytime soon, but I'm glad I did. I mean, the circumstances called for it, and it was kind of sick, honestly, hiking under the stars. But yeah, it was cold this morning. Happy summer. It was freezing. I think it actually dropped below freezing here, so that was hard, and I was a little wet, and super tired. But I remember liking it. I was just pretty out of it until I had my afternoon nap after lunch, and that has certainly brought me back, which is incredible because it was only like an hour long. Also this. It just doesn't stop. It's just insane. So I've got 6 miles left in the day, kind of uphill, but not bad. Gotta get to camp early, which is righteous and kind of needed, and eat some dinner and do a little reset and back at it tomorrow for day 6. Here's a better example too. There's that fishbowl, see? And it's like, I mean, obviously the photos don't do it justice, but down at the bottom of the fishbowl is that dense forest, and you can see all the walls, and I'm assuming we're going right over there. So that's our fishbowl for the day 6. We're on the other half. We're on the other side, and we're happy about it. And by we, I mean me. Although, still a little sleepy. I did get a solid 11 hours of sleep last night. So that was righteous to catch up for the 0 that I had the night before. So basically, fairly back. This morning, we came from over there. And yeah, it was slow goings. Unfortunately. So I'm a little behind, which I'll put in quotation marks. Because, like, what does that even mean? But, because I could just make it up later or whatever. I do want to get to Mammoth as a reminder that this is day 6 of 8, doing the 200-mile stretch on the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm doing the whole thing, but I'm just documenting this stretch particularly because it's gorgeous and special, and I'm doing this little mini challenge. So, yeah, what was it, 200 miles from Kennedy Meadows to Mammoth, and, halfway through the day today, a little less, unfortunately, but whatever, and then full day tomorrow, and I'm out of here the next day. So I have a little metaphor that I'd like to share with the Sierras as you take another look and take another gander. These past few days on the JMT and the PCT have basically been a series of fish bowls where you go through what's called a pass, right? Which is over the wall of the fishbowl. This is like kind of an okay example here. But yeah, the walls are like the stone monoliths that I've been displaying, which are obviously like the pinnacle of everything. And you see them all the time. There's one right here. So you get through a pass, which is obviously very steep because you're climbing over these fishbowl walls. And you see your like next fishbowl, right? Which you're going to be spending the next, say, 12 to 24 hours in. And it's just surrounded by the monoliths, and the floor is like this forest that's like still not super entrenched. It's like not super dense, but obviously gorgeous. And you can see some of the trees here now because I'm kind of lower down in this fishbowl at the moment. And yeah, it's I didn't have any expectations or a ton of knowledge coming in, and I wanted to keep it that way, but that's been my impression here. It's just a series of insanely gorgeous fish bowls, and you kind of get to walk through a new one every single day. So there you go. Day 6. Muir Pass. More to come with a formal captain's log without the riffraff. We'll just do a couple of circles here. There have been a couple river crossings like this, and as you may or may not know, this water's moving, and it's like once you get in there, it's always a lot more pressure than you expect. This is a cool aspect of backpacking that I haven't gotten a lot of exposure to. Obviously, like it's kind of newer to me, so it's a little scary, but that also makes it kind of fun. So wish me luck. 7. Come on now, fam. Last full day. It's about a 25 miler. I'm rested, which is huge. Like that, night of no sleep. I keep talking about it, but it set me back. So, I mean, not schedule wise, but like certainly mentality wise and effort wise and whatever. So I was still feeling it a bit yesterday. Fortunately, at the end of the day, when it was really tough, I met another hiker who's really cool. Scribbles, great artist, incredible. And I had a little company, which like made a huge difference, because it was feeling pretty like desolate yesterday for whatever reason. Because like we're kind of in what they call the bubble right now. you know, I'm here at like sort of peak time, so I'd expect a lot of people, but for some reason, it just hasn't happened that way, and I'm not complaining at all. But sometimes it's just nice to have a friend. So, yeah, 25 miles total today, about 5,500 feet of vert, which is substantial. It's not high because I'm actually doing 2 passes today. So if you recall the metaphor, 2 different fish bowls, right? But I've already gone over 1, and it was a very easy one, the easiest one yet. Here's the fish bowl for the day. So these mountain lakes are typically right after the pass. And then in like a couple miles, I'm gonna drop down into a valley with trees and whatnot. Hike about 13 miles to the bottom of the fishbowl. And then hike, 7 or so of a climb. I heard rumors of afternoon thunderstorms, which would be like the second time I've gotten rained on out here while hiking, which is outstanding. So I'm kind of like here for it. As long as it's not crazy, cause like bring it on, I'm 7 days into this thing. Tomorrow I can like sleep in a bit, hike 17.5 miles to the Mammoth Pass trailhead. I take that 3.5 miles down. So it's like a 20-mile day. And then I see my folks and I have dinner and a hot tub and a shower and a 00. So like, we're kind of money. I don't want to get too cocky just yet, but we're kind of money, fam. Let's do it. Video doesn't do it justice. That was so awesome. Obviously, a little out of breath here at 11,000 feet. Oh my goodness. That could have stormed. It didn't. It snowed and it's clear now. And this is just insanity. Oh my goodness. This place, I have no words. Just a quintessential fishbowl exit right here. Going right through Silver Pass. Check out the walls. They're serious. They don't mess around. This was just an incredible pass experience. There's a marmot here. I'll show him to you guys. He's gonna be famous. What are you doing? You chilling? There you go. It's basically snowing right now. I just wanted you guys to see. Doesn't show up great in the bed, but trust me, I'm looking up straight up snow. Overcoming the elements, folks. Nothing like it. We got ourselves a little bit of moisture. Look at that. Look at this. I mean, come on. It's so cool seeing it in this light versus the last 6 days where it's been just like bright sun. The forest is like, you can smell the petrichor, and I'm like climbing up to this pass right now, and I'm like really into it. Now this is subject to change at any moment, right? Like, it might start coming down harder, but oh my God, there's a waterfall over there. I'm cautiously optimistic. You guys can't even see the waterfall. They're just everywhere. Ah, it's so cool out here. I'm gonna be bummed to leave, but then I get to come right back. Here we are. Pretty crazy. Surprisingly, somewhat bittersweet, right? I'm super ready to see my parents, super ready to give this body a rest. It really needs it and it deserves it. I'm so grateful for it. It crushed it. Like some normal aches and pains, but every morning I'd wake up generally refreshed and like, I'm so grateful for that. I guess it just goes to show, it's about the journey, not the destination. And yeah, this journey is certainly the longest I've ever slept in a tent in one streak. I haven't been into bed in like 2 weeks, maybe more. It's the longest I've been without a resupply, which was 8 days. And it's the longest I've been without cell service and like off my phone since I've probably had a phone. And that was also 8 days. So yeah, for those keeping score at home, 8 days here in Sierra, averaging about 26 miles, 27 miles a day, with anywhere from 4,000 to 7,000 feet of vert on a given day, which is how much I climb up. It's been incredible. Like, one of the best experiences of my life, certainly some of the best backpacking of my life. This place is astoundingly beautiful. It's so unique. I feel so lucky and so privileged. I mean, look at this guy. You know? What's he doing? Like, he's just up there being ridiculous. Just like rocks coming out of the ground. What's he doing? Anyway, I've got about, 15 miles left to the trailhead. And I just want to thank you guys for coming along with me on this ride. The knowledge that you're watching this later certainly helped stave off a little loneliness, maybe. But yeah, just like I felt your support, and that really helped propel me through. So thank you. See you on the other side.